Welcome back, and I hope you caught my first video on how to get into your first home ever. If you missed it, you can click here to review. I'm Melissa Anderson with the JFK Living team, brokered by Keller Williams out of Cherry Hill. I'm here to bring you video number 2 of how to get into your first home ever. Stay tuned for my next 3 steps. Chosen a local market expert and a realtor to guide you through the home buying process, because we discussed that in video number 1, and you're armed with your pre-approval. You know what you can rightfully afford, and so now it's time to start researching homes, which is the fun part. That's tip number 4. Start your research online. Now, I'm going to give a big caution out there. I do not want you using Zillow to research your homes online. Why, you might ask? Well, the user interface is very easy to use. Zillow notoriously has outdated information. They sometimes have listings on there that have already sold, or they might have even listings on there showing still as active that are under contract and no longer available to you. I would hate for you as my client to go on Zillow, fall in love with a home, send it to me, only for me to tell you that the home sold 5 months ago. True story, that just happened to a client of mine. So where do you want to start searching? Well, your agent really should have a website, have their own website for you so that you can start your search there online. Here in South Jersey, because realtors are part of the Bright MLS, we have an app that we can share with our clients called HomeSnap, which works very similar to Zillow, but gives you the most up-to-date information with regard to the listings that are on the market. So your agent should be able to share that app with you. I know I do. The other thing that you can do is go to realtor.com. That is probably, outside of those 2 sources, the most up-to-date information that you're gonna find on listings on the market. So tip number 4, you start your online search. Do not use Zillow, please. Don't do it. Just don't do it, okay? All right, so tip number 5 is I want you to get to know the market, and how you're going to do that is obviously by speaking with your agent about what's going on in the market. But you as a buyer, you need to educate yourself about what's going on in the market so that you can navigate these waters as well. So number 1, you want to know, are you in a buyer's market in your area or a seller's market? Extremely important to find out. Number 2, how long are listings in your market staying on before they go under contract? That is going to dictate how quickly you're going to need to move in putting in offers on properties that you like. Again, your agent is going to be able to give you that information. Number 3, what is the list price versus the sold price in your area? Now, a homeowner is going to put their home on the market for X amount. We want to know, what did it sell for and what is that percentage? Are homes selling for 90% of the list price? Is it 95, 96, 99%? Are they selling over asking? That's going to be important information for you as a buyer to know. And number 4, you want to know if it's customary for sellers in your local market to give closing cost assistance to buyers. This is going to be, again, extremely important when putting together an offer. In a buyer's market, sellers may be more amenable to helping out with closing costs. However, in a seller's market where there's high demand for properties and multiple offers, they may not be as generous as to be able to give closing cost assistance. So again, your agent is going to be able to get all of that information for you from the MLS so that you can make an informed decision about proceeding with an offer. So tip number 6, or step number 6 in getting into your first house ever, is starting your search, actively going and seeing properties in person. So your agent is going to set you up with a search so that you get properties that match your criteria right to your email inbox. Maybe they're texted to you, however you prefer to communicate. And those searches can be set up on a daily, weekly, or as soon as the listing comes to the market, they can be instantly sent to you. Really depends what your communication preferences are and what's going on in the market. If it's moving quickly, you probably want them delivered to you as soon as they hit the market, right? So you can get in to see them. So let's talk about scheduling showings for a property. Many times we get excited, we see a property online and we need to go see it right away. It's extremely important to get in to see those listings right away, but sometimes there are showing requirements such as must give 24 hours notice before a showing. So when you're sending those listings to your agent to put together a tour, just be aware that there are showing requirements that may require us to give advance notice. Just think about it. If you're a family at home and you're trying to sell your home and you have to get the kids out, you have to clean the house to get ready for a showing, you have to get the dog out, you have to figure out where you're gonna go for the showing, it might take more than just a half an hour's notice. So we just want to be respectful of people's time. And then your agent is going to put the tour together. We're going to be a logistics planner and make sure that we have a route that makes sense to best utilize the time. So the more notice you can give with a showing, the better off we are. So one thing I want to talk to you a little bit about is that in a seller's market, it's not unusual for you to have to write 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe even 6 offers to get an accepted offer. I know that sounds terrifying, but it's the reality of the situation in a seller's market. You might have to lose out on a few before you get an accepted offer, and that's okay. Don't you just love cats? Fuego, he wants to say hi. He says write an offer on a house. But we will work together to get you into your house. Just be aware that you might have to put in a few offers before you have an accepted one, and that's okay. It's totally normal. All right, so those are your next 3 steps, is making sure that you research homes online. Please don't use Zillow. Number 5, get to know the market by utilizing your agent. Your agent should be able to answer all of those 4 questions that we talked about. Number 6, you're going to start your search and you're going to start writing offers. So that's the exciting part. It's fun. It can be a little bit stressful, but with the right agent, we can try to mitigate that as much as possible. So those with videos 1 and 2, you now have the 6 steps to get into your first house ever. In my last video, video number 3, we'll go over the last 4 steps to hopefully get you into the house that's right for you. If you have any questions about the steps or you want to get started, you can contact me at 609-304-4855. And just remember, this is Living, JFK Living. And number 4, you're going to want to, can't remember tip number 4. Stop it. No, don't stop it. Just keep going. Mitigate it as much as possible. So